Every time someone says the word retirement, millennials and Gen Zs get goosebumps because they don't want to think about it. If you are in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s, you see retirement in your 70s and you have so many problems that retirement isn't one of them. I want you to understand that whatever you do today will play a big role on the quality of life you will have in the future when you're old. It's not that difficult because in this video I will show you the two best vehicles to make your money grow, the stock market and the real estate market, and show you calculators where you can see your money grow without any effort, like set and forget. So stay tuned. Hi there, my name is Jaime Shekaiven and I welcome you to my channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything they need to know about producing money, keeping money, and multiplying it, specializing in the markets and real estate. So if you're someone like myself who loves money and wants to be successful and free, please subscribe to this great channel and hit that bell so you follow up on my 2 weekly videos. Also check out my blog, Instagram, and social media under the same channel name. And take a look at my book, which I will leave a link below for you to check out. So without further ado, let's begin. Every time I see Warren Buffett speak, I know this is no ordinary man. He might say that he's not smart and anyone can do what he does. But in reality, his understanding of the markets and investments is not average by any means. If you grab the average person in America, a man making $50K and working a 9 to 5, waiting for Saturday to drink and watch TV or social media, only to retire at age 70 with enough to buy food and pay off the mortgage, we are not talking on the same level. But then you listen to people like Dave Ramsey, who specializes in the average American. This person struggling to make ends meet and taking one bad decision after another. Some people might agree with him, some people might not, but he has a point. Being conservative with your money after being a total mess makes a lot of sense to me, actually. When Warren Buffett talks about Coca-Cola, for example, he always says that whatever he bought 40 years ago or 50 years ago is giving him huge dividends today. I have nothing against the stock market, but I find real estate a lot more interesting. I want to show you what will happen if you had invested in the S&P 500 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and 50 years ago today, and the same with buying residential properties and renting them. And you might tell me, Jaime, I didn't do it then, so I wasn't born yet. Yes, I know, but by understanding the past, you're able to predict the future. So I want to show you the past of the stock market and the real estate market translated into 2023 and predict another 30, 40, 50 years. So you being in your 20s or 30s or 40s, you start investing today and just let it sit for the future. First of all, let me start with the stock market, specifically the S&P 500 index, who tracks the 500 biggest companies in the market. So I will use this webpage here, which is very useful. You can check it out, called officialdata.org, and input any amounts of years between 1913 and 2022. This calculator will show you how much your money will be worth if you put it, all of it, as a lump sum and leave it there, or dollar cost averaging, meaning depositing month over month for a period of time. So 30 years ago, in the year 1992, when I was a little kid in school, let's choose a healthy amount of money, let's say $100,000. Today, that money just left there alone without doing anything will be a little over $1.6 million with dividends reinvested. It might be less since you pay taxes on the dividends and also fees to the broker. How is this calculated? Well, this other chart here shows the returns every month of the S&P 500. When it's blue, there's gains. When it's red, there's losses. So overall in time, the S&P 500 gains value. The important thing here is not to withdraw money in time. If you don't have the $100,000 on hand, meaning that you want to deposit month over month for 30 years, that's only $278 per month invested into the S&P 500 automatically without thinking. Let's see the graph. This only comes in a chart type, but shows month over month your return and money in the account. So it comes up to be a little bit less than if you invested the whole $100,000 at once, but still a healthy $1.5 million. Remember two things here. One, it's only $100,000. It's not 300 or 500 or $1 million that you're investing. And the other thing is it's only $278 per month. If you divide it into 360 payments for 30 years, never changing the amount, meaning you're never increasing the amount you put away in 30 years, which is unrealistic. Now, let me show you for Gen Zs who are in your 20s and enjoying the bars and the girls or boys and the parties. I still do that, by the way, but I'm not in my 20s, unfortunately. By increasing the time range to 50 years, just $100,000 turns into almost $15 million, or around $14 million if it's invested over time, which will be $167 per month. Now, let's move to the other investment vehicle that is more interesting than the S&P 500, which is residential real estate. Stay with me. I will concentrate on buying houses and renting them for a long time with property management, so you don't do anything. For this analysis, which is harder than the S&P 500, I will use the webpage called dqydj.com, which shows median house prices over time. And I will show you $100,000 bought in real estate in the year 1992. When I was a little kid running around during recess, the average home in the US was around $99,000. So imagine you bought that property in a good area and you rented it for $990 a month, so a good 1%. According to this graph, the average home today is around $378,000. Remember, this is only taking average homes because every home is different and appreciates different. It's not as straightforward as the S&P 500. And buying a home in California or Austin 30 years ago is not the same as buying a home in Montana or Idaho. So today, you will own a home who is worth around 4 times more than it was when you bought it, and it will rent for about $3,700 a month if we keep the 1%. The reality of this, and the reason I don't like this graph, is that it's not accurate to say a house only appreciates 4 times in 30 years. Taking into account people I know who own their home in the area for 30 years, it seems to be that homes are 5 to 7 times more valuable in 30 years average. And the rents are also accumulated over time, which can use to buy another property within time. So $100,000 invested into a house bought in 1992 in a good location will be worth around $600,000 today and will give you a rent of around $5,000 per month. This is assuming that you only bought that one house and never invested in real estate again. So, adding the cash flow from the rents plus the appreciation of the asset plus the tax benefits 30 years from depreciation, 27.5, you're getting close to $1 million as well. Now my question is, who doesn't want to be 70 years old and have millions of dollars of stock or real estate? I'm not telling you to be an entrepreneur and create value to millions of people and make millions of dollars. I'm not telling you to win the lottery and invest $500 million into the S&P 500 today. I'm not even telling you to get a good job and save more money than what you spend today. Nothing at all. I'm just showing you that whatever you do today and forget about it forever can change your life when you're 70. Living off Social Security and food stamps is miserable. Barely affording food or housing is tough, and especially if you still need to work a 9-to-5 that you hate when you're 70. You don't want to end up in Walmart bagging groceries, don't you? It's very important that you party and drink when you're young. Otherwise, you will be the weird guy at the club around young people partying in his 60s and hitting on 21-year-olds. Just open a brokerage account and set some money off to forget for life. Is it easy? Nope. Because you will be tempted to grab the money once you have an expense or the market drops. Go and buy a house to rent. Is it easy? Not really, because it will get you started in the real estate world, even if it's the smallest house in the neighborhood. What matters is that when you're 70, that house is paid off, or before, so you get the full benefit. Why not buy the house and rent it to your friends by the room? You could even live there yourself and save on rent, which is called house hacking. What I want for you is to be better than average. Forget about the noise in your environment. This country is too noisy, and everyone seems to have an opinion about everything. Concentrate on setting something up and forgetting. Then you can keep living your life as usual, whatever you want to be, an employee, a business owner, an investor, or a mix. This way, you make sure that once you reach the age where people are no longer attracted to you, you have a solid money to live. But remember, take control of your life and take control of your money. So thanks a lot for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found useful information, give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my 2 weekly videos as soon as they come out. So have a great day, don't lose any money, and I'll see you next time.